So like I always talking about shit and people would just hear, oh, I heard you say the devil in your music. Are you a Satanist? And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot who doesn't know how to fucking listen to lyrics. I'm from Hawaii originally, and I moved out here about like 7 years ago.
What makes your art towards metal?
I was like raped and abused since I was 5 till my early teens.
I know your story is pretty hard, and I know that now in the world, 3 women, I think, out of 5 experience domestic violence or sexual abuse. It's not something that is rare. It is very common. It's just not talked about enough. Hello everyone, welcome to Nourish episode 3. For today, I have a very interesting guest, and for the first time, it is a female artist, and not any female artist. We are gonna dive deep into the metal world. Welcome, HXXXD. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You look great.
You look amazing.
So I want to know, I know we talked a little bit before, but I want you to tell everybody where you come from and how was your artist journey so far? When did you start and how did it go till now?
I'm from Hawaii originally, and I moved out here about like 7 years ago. Made a lot of music, made a lot of connections, made a lot of friends. I started music in Hawaii. I was in some bands out there, and then I just left.
How old were you then?
Like 23.
Were you always into metal?
I really just love alternative music.
Mm-hmm.
I love rap. I love metal. I love hip hop. Like,
I've seen you perform and I was impressed. Like, I was impressed by how you could like be a woman that has so much sensitivity, that has like an amazing power, but also being empathetic, but then being on the scene and like get out that kind of voice with that kind of like body and showing the creative art that you have created. And that's actually why I was really interested in showing people what it takes and what's the difference between an artist like on a music video that looks crazy, especially in the metal art, and in life where you're like this caring person that cares, that's like a great friend that wants greatness for everybody. So I want to know what makes your art towards metal. What do you think impacts that way?
I grew up in a really like I was like raped and abused since I was 5 till my early teens.
I'm sorry to hear that. You said since you were 5?
Yeah. And I just like music, like metal, and like just my rage and everything, you know, it's just like, it was like my outlook, you know.
And when did you start like to sing and like use your voice basically?
I would always write a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd write a lot of like dark poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up, eventually it became lyrical. You know, I found my way more out here in LA, getting into some bands and stuff. Then I became HXXXD.
What made you choose that name?
I didn't choose it. Somebody actually gave me that name. It It was kind of like all spontaneous. I met a producer. He gave me that name, and he was like, "Hey, can you rap on this?" And I was like, "I don't know if I do rap, but I used to do like in Hawaii. I did like rap battle, and like I would always be rapping with my friends, and I always wanted to do like hard like music that was like hard and like." Because I was super angry growing up. And I was like, yeah, let's make it dark though. Like, I want to do some like dark rap stuff. And like, then it got like more aggressive. And like, then I started like learning how to like scream and.
Would you say that? I mean, I know your story is pretty hard, and I know that now in the world, 3 women, I think, out of 5 experience domestic violence or sexual abuse. It's not something that is rare. It is very common. It's just not talked about enough. But I want to know, like, would you say that music and art is what helped you cope mentally?
Yeah, 'cause it was a way to like express myself and like, like in my lyrics, like I talk about my past and like things I've went through in like a poetic way, and I get to scream and growl and like heavy guitars and like bass, and I got to release a lot of emotions. Like I say a lot of shit in my songs. I say a lot of stuff that's fucked up in the world, and like what we need, and how like people think I'm a fucking Satan because I'm like talking about Satan and shit and like people, and like I say these things, and like I'm like telling people like, yeah, we're fucking in hell right now, like this is where we're at, like everybody's fucking watching fucking fake news and like believing all this fucking bullshit, like not really like centering themselves, you know what I mean? So like I always talking about shit, people just hear, oh, I heard you say it's the devil in your music. Are you a Satanist? And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot who doesn't know how to fucking listen to lyrics. Dumb fuck.
How about nowadays, like, how do you take care of yourself? Or how do you like to take care of yourself? I know you're like into the vegan lifestyle. I know you're an advocate for animals, and I know how much you care about your friends and about the people that you work with. Like I got to see also how the people that work with you love to work for you. But how would you say you like to take care of yourself after everything that you've been through?
I like to box. I like boxing, yoga, like hiking, running, I don't know, any stretching, like screaming, breaking shit sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you working on right now?
Me and Big Clit, we're working on a lot of music. It's a artist friend of mine, really good friend of mine.
How do you, or where do you see yourself in like 5 years?
Hopefully back in Hawaii, getting to spend time with my mom, playing more shows, traveling the world.
You are the first person that I met from Hawaii. How was it growing up there?
It was really hard. I grew up on the west side of Oahu. We were really, really poor. My dad was a drug addict. Grew up with no electricity or hot water, like a tin roof. Like when it would rain, parts of the ceiling would like fall down. And there would be like big holes in the ceiling. And going to school really sucked. Not being able to have clean clothes all the time. It would be meth heads parked outside. And it was old plantation, sugar cane. Really a lot of crazy shit happening. One time some random random guy came into my house and tried to rape me.
Oh my god.
And broke into the house and tried to get on top of me and tried to rape me.
And you had to defend yourself.
I always kept brass knuckles by my bed.
I know you own a knife store. Is that why you got the idea to make knives?
No, I had that shop because when I was run away, I would go into the shop before I owned it. I always was wanting to work there at the shop because it was dope, goth, and it was gothic. It was knives and all this cool shit. Eventually, I started working for them and doing modeling. When I got older, I was a bartender every weekend. I would get my money, bought my part of the store.
That's amazing. So after everything you went through, growing up poor, going through sexual abuse as a very young girl, you still managed to work hard and make your own money working as a bartender, and then buy the shop that you worked at and basically own it.
Yeah.
That is badass. That is so powerful.
Thank you.
So I know you said that you want to go back to Hawaii at some point. When I asked you where do you see yourself in 5 years? So I know you said you grew up in the West. Why? I've never been to Hawaii, but where do you see yourself living? And would you still see yourself making music?
Yeah, definitely. Wherever my mom wants to live, she's still on the west side. Maybe she might want to move to another island or something, or I don't know. Because I have my grandma is in Maui, so and my sister in Maui too. Wherever she would want to move.
You just want to be with your family.
Yeah. I still love the west side. I would still live there. That's my roots, that's what made me who I am.
Do you think you're done with LA life?
I love LA. I've met so many amazing people, so many supportive people out here. I always come back.
It'll be your second home.
Yeah.
And you helped so many people out here in LA. I know when you see artists struggling, you tend to just bring them to your place and give them space to live at. You also love cats. And you do have that, you have your world.
I do love cats. Probably more than people.
And tattoos. You want to tell me about your tattoos? I know, I see that you got many new ones.
Yeah.
What was your latest?
I painted this.
Okay. Do they have meanings as well, or you just paint whatever feels right?
I don't know, whatever's in my mind, or just whatever, I don't know, yeah, I just, whatever I think is dope, I'm just
Yeah.
put it on my body.
Yeah. You're I'm an artist, but first, I'm gonna make my body looks like art.
Yeah. My mom, she wants me to get I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm gonna get a face tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom's name's Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, you're not gonna get Debbie on your face. Get my middle name on your face. Because she's Japanese, Chinese. Her middle name is Junko.
Mm-hmm.
So she wanted me to get like in like characters, Junko in like Japanese characters. I was like, Mom, you're hard.
I like it. I mean, it's
like, you're hard as fuck. I was like, get Debbie on fucking plaster across my face. Like, for you, Mom. But she's like, no, you're gonna do this instead. She was like, and I'll even tattoo it for you. My mom's a gangster. No, she didn't say that though. But
she'll tattoo it for you. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Are there any books that have helped you to deal with mental health issues, or like books that you generally like?
Yeah. Life After Death by Damien Echols. It's fucking sick. It's my favorite book. He was convicted for murders he didn't do. He was on death row for 20 years. It's a really amazing book, and you know how he was innocent, and like they were all innocent. There was 3 of them. It's just his story and what he went through. It's a really good book. Also, War of Art. It's about resistance. It's not the art of war. There's another one. It's called War of Art, and it's about like resistance, and like tells you like you want to get somewhere in your life, you gotta do like multiple things throughout the day for your passion. Like not be lazy. Yes.
And that's what you actually do. Like I see you not only take care of the music aspect of your art, but you also like go raise money for the music videos, also create the visuals, and you also are the main character of your art. So I guess the book kinda is you.
Oh, thanks. I wrote that book too, bitches. No. I'm just kidding. No,
I mean, your story is a book. I think your story is beautiful. It amazes me to see women and then discover what they do and what they've been through and what they made out of it, because you see so much in life, and there are so many misconceptions. I mean, I never thought about metal art being that powerful with messages, and then I talk to you and you're like so strong about the ocean and the environment, and you're like so strong about what's happening. There's like that awareness, and it's like when you have that awareness, of course you're gonna be screaming.
What the fuck are we all doing with this planet?
Oh, I can't wait to see your next show. Yeah. Well, I cannot wait to show your videos on this podcast, because I think you put a lot of effort onto your music and music videos. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for coming to my space. And I know weekends are very sacred to you, and you did accept to come on a weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. Like, this was awesome.
I know, it was amazing. Thank you for sharing so much of yourself. Like, you share so much of your art, and you want to like really give so much from yourself, from your own voice, your own words, and it's like you share so much of your inner world. I myself never thought I would listen to metal until I went to one of your shows, and I was impressed. Like, I felt all of those emotions, and I think that I stopped judging art from that day, and I did not know much about it.
Wow, you're awesome.
And I think
So
that's
it's
pretty amazing. That you get to share that, you shared your stories and the bridge between your stories and your art. Do you have any advice that you'd want to throw in there for artists or little girls that want to pursue that art, or any advice that comes to mind generally?
Just never give up. Just keep on going. And if you need help, just ask. Ask people around you. Be around people that really support you. And, fuck all the fucking haters and vampires, leeches. And just focus on you and,
Just do you.
just believe in yourself and keep going. It's gonna get rocky, it's gonna you're gonna want to. Every day I think about fucking killing myself. Like every day I feel depressed. I'm like, fuck this shit. Some mental, spiritual war. You just gotta keep fighting and be around people that support you and really care about you and believe in you, and make it there.
Be your first supporter and go past the rocky path to get to what you want to get to, basically.
Yeah.
Do you have any specific goal before we end this podcast?
I want to clean the ocean.
That's a very good goal.
It's I don't know if it's because I'm from an island or something, or it's just in me that just wants to clean the ocean. But if I had all the money, I would literally put something together and do something and get others to help.
I could see you being an environmental advocate because you're that active and you like things to be done. So maybe that'll be your next story. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Bye.